Colas. Hey, YouTube. I'm not going to stay in here long because StreamYard, you got limited hours each month, and I'm approaching mine, so it won't be a long video. Windows wide open. Why you always calling about my windows? Oh, hey, Jody. All right, y'all, come give the thumbs up. Then I will. I'm not gonna stay on here long. So, all right, y'all, what y'all been up to on this Labor Day? I'll wait for a few more minutes until and see if other people will come on. But like I said, I'm not gonna do too much. No, I don't have to. StreamYard just is more give you opportunities to invite other people on if they want to come on. So, and it's free. Well, put it this way, you get so many hours each month. So mine, I'm about to approach my 20 hours that they only give me each month. So it starts over on the 14th. All right. Did anybody want to come on? Other than that, I'm not going to be here too long. So today was a holiday, as we know, and I didn't have to work, at least not at my regular jobs, but I did do some survey.com, and I did. I just basically went around to different stores, did some audit in terms of like checking the non-alcoholic beverage coolers, and a lot of them were in convenience stores, and it paid like $8.50. Typically, it takes 10, well, not 10, about 15, 20 minutes to take pictures of the store, take pictures of the display coolers, and it was like $8.50 per store. And I did, let me see how many I did. I started out at about 11:15, and let me see. I did 8 stores, and I did it from, well, that's not a total. I didn't do a total of 8 stores. Today I did, let me see here. I could look at my agenda. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Okay, I did 10 stores today, and from 11 to about 3:30, I did probably 6. You're buffering. I'm buffering. Oh, I'm buffering. You sure it's not you buffering, Hogan? But anyway, I'm not gonna stay here long, so I did a total of 10 stores today, and all of them was basically around the house. I didn't, rail around Snellville, Lilburn, because I live closer to Gwinnett. So after that, then I went back home because my battery was going low, and I wasn't that far from home, so I went home for about an hour, charged up my phone, and then I started back up again at 5, and I finished at about 7:20, 7:30. Even though the last store it was expiring at 6:45. So when I got to 6:45, I basically kind of started the job and then I just went to the store. So pretty much I did a total of 10 stores today, of different convenience stores, taking pictures of the non-alcoholic beverage display. So at 8:50 I made $85. And let me see what the mileage was because I keep track of my miles. Oops. So I drove 40 miles. And let me pick this. Yep, so I did 40 miles, but in actuality, yeah, it was like 40 miles that I did. So between going out and did those 10 stores, each of them take about 20 minutes. And I would say 6, 7 hours because, yeah, it don't take that long to do them. But, like I said, in between, I went back home and I did about 6 of the stores, went home, um, made a pit stop and went to Quick Trip and things like that. And then I resumed again at 5 and did what 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. I did 4 stores and it took me about 2 hours. 2 hours and 20 minutes. So it was about a good total of 7 hours, give or take. But that's what I did today for Labor Day. And I was supposed to be staying home and resting. Not really resting because I'm well rested from yesterday. So, Hogan, have you ever started doing? Did you sign up for the survey.com today I was telling you about? Have you ever decided to sign up? What you decided to do? Or are you still doing food deliveries? What are you up to? You haven't been telling me too much. And Jody, what you did? What y'all in Colas? Let me go and put the link in and see if anybody wants to come on. Y'all better come on, cause all right, I'll put the link in the chat. If anybody want to just join me into the stream yard, you don't have to show your face. You know that, right? So pretty much that's what I did, you know, and pretty much just drove all the way around Snellville, and it was a small area. So the little convenience stores. That's where I went to. So I had to go to those. Oh, it's going good. I mean, we only completed 1 day of training, which was last week. So it's going good so far. Supposedly Friday they tell us we're gonna be on the phone. So I'm trying to figure how that's gonna fanfare. But that's what they say. But things could always change. I was kind of surprised because they said training's supposed to be until 3 weeks. So this is the second week, and then of course next week is the 18th. So that's when we'll be out of training or nesting. I think that's what they said. Yeah, we're supposed to have 3 weeks of training. So next week is the third week of training. And then we're supposed to do nesting. But it's going good so far. You know, there was a couple of hiccups here and there, but I'm not gonna go into it too much. But it's going good so far. So what did y'all do today for Labor Day? Hey, the rest of y'all, if y'all coming in the room, please put the thumbs up. I appreciate it. I ain't gonna stay in too long because, I gotta go on to training tomorrow. Hmm. All right, y'all, what y'all doing? Y'all ain't saying nothing. All right, I ain't gonna stay here too long because I ain't really got much to say, to be honest. And I'm just cooking, so. Ain't nobody want to come on or not? It might sound crazy, but it's already happened in our neighborhood. Prices here have doubled in just the last 2 years. Hey, Monica. I ain't got no topic, really. Other than I was just asking everyone how their Labor Day was going. And I was just saying that I did my, yeah, I just got home probably about 30 minutes ago. So I'm roasting or baking chicken legs, barbecue chicken legs in the oven. And then after, I can smell it right now. Then I'll probably cook some side brown rice and open up one of those can of vegetables. And pretty much that's it. I just got through saying that I just came home and I did my merchandising on survey.com. And I did about 10 stores today, driving basically around the house. I was in Snellville. I live close to Snellville, so I don't know. You don't know about Snellville. But I just went to all these different convenience stores, taking pictures of the non-alcoholic beverages. It was like $8.50 per store. So the average time it takes for each store for me to do, they say it's 20 minutes. So it's about 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, depending on how big the store is. And so I did about 10 stores. I made $85 total. And it took me, I left the house around 11:15, and I did 6 of the stores till about 3:15. And even though it's 4 hours, you have to factor in that I'm driving in between each store. But each of the stores were are you a workaholic? Are you? What's No, I'm not alcoholic. Just that these jobs don't pay a whole lot of money. You know, $14, $15 an hour. Shoo, you don't even keep up with Miss Patrice anymore. Hey, Real Worm, I ain't seen your name before. If you're new, subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. You talking about the Jamaican woman, the nurse, the traveling nurse? That's who you're talking about? some people videos don't pop up on my YouTube. You know, you ever put the bell, and every time a new video comes up, you get notified. I don't get notified by a lot of people, and I haven't really. If that's what you talking about, the nurse, the Jamaican woman, I don't think she been making a whole lot of videos. So, but anyway, so that's pretty much what I did. Then I came home because my phone was about to go dead, and I wasn't that far away from home, so I was up the street. Oh, the sky in Las Vegas is orange from fires. Oof. I hope you're wearing a mask, a double, triple mask, because I know when they had those, I know it's not nothing compared to what's going on in California with the forest fires. But a few years ago, they was having these forest fires in North Georgia that was catching on fire, and you could actually, was it North Georgia or South Georgia? Whatever, up there near Tennessee, going towards there, and they had yeah, Romeo changed his name again, and and that fire smoke came, you could smell it all the way in Atlanta, and it was so overbearing. It's like if you went outside, and it kind of if you had asthma or breathing problems, or even if you didn't have breathing problems, it was so overwhelming. I was like, good, you had to stay in the house. But yep, Georgia has forest fires, not as compared to California. But a few years ago when they had that dry summer, and then hardly didn't rain as much, that's what happened. Atlanta is nothing in a big forest anyway. Atlanta is literally in the forest. That's why I have a whole lot of trees and stuff. But it don't take much. Anybody could have those brush of fires like that. California is just, I don't know. But unfortunately, fires such as that is part of nature, because basically what happens is when the fires, when the forest burns down, it's rejuvenating the earth, so it's normal for that to happen. But at the magnitude that how California is going, I just don't know. I mean, some of the fire start can be because of the weather. It just doesn't rain. It just doesn't rain enough. So that dry, when it don't rain and it's real dry, you know how, I never been a Girl Scout, but when you have sticks rubbed together and it causes fire, that's basically why it's happening. All those trees and stuff and brush fires, that's all it takes. But the fires that happens when it burns the fire, it's supposed to, nature, that's how nature's supposed to be. It burns off the forest, and things rejuvenate again. So, but a lot of times, see California, see that all those fires that you see happening, those were years ago. All that pollution and all those cars in Los Angeles and destroying the ozone layer and all those um messing up with the ecosystem. That's why it's so bad. And other than that, that's just catching up for all the things they were doing in California. That's why they have those strict. Um, I know this is off topic, but I've seen one real life about Hyundai and Kia. Oh yes, I sure did. Hey Diana Diaz. Matter of fact, where is my paper? Yeah, sure did. If you own a Honda or Kia, 2000. In my other video, I mentioned it. I know it was a long um video,
But yes, I got the paper last week, and if you had all these different choices to choose from, but it basically covered 2000 and it basically covered from 2011 to 2019, and there was all these different options. But yes, I had my car engine replaced, so it's a lifetime warranty on the engine. So anything goes wrong with the engine, as long as I have that car, they'll replace it, regardless of how many miles is on there. Hey, your pleasure. Regardless of how many miles is on there or whatever. But if you had any type of repairs at a third party company or whatever, they were supposed to reimburse you back some money if you had to go and get anything checked out. So I paid $500 to get that engine light checked, and they did that diagnostic and stuff and told me it was something wrong with the engine, and it was going to cost me 5,000, 6,000 plus dollars if I had got that engine replaced for that amount. I would have requested that, and they would have had to give me back the money that I paid. But you had to show receipts or a credit card statement. If you didn't have any statement, you have to sign, put the amount, but you have to swear under perjury that you paid whatever amount if you don't have proof of the payment. But they will pay you. But there was so many different choices in that letter. But I'm gonna do a video again on that. Um, I'm not gonna do a live stream on that. I'm gonna do one tomorrow. Not tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Tuesday. I may do one tomorrow if anyone's interested in knowing more about it. And I'm gonna stick to the topic. I'm not gonna jump all over the place. So, oops. I gotta make sure I smell my barbecue chicken legs is roasting in the oven. I just want to know what they're gonna do. I still owe to the bank my current car, and they decided to give me or try to get a new car. You got a Hyundai or a Kia? Because they said that Kia will buy your car and they'll put you in a brand new one and they'll give you the good book value. But I'm not buying another Kia or Hyundai. I don't care what it is. I'm not buying. No, I'm not buying another Kia or Hyundai. Nope. I'm just gonna keep that Kia. Oh, did you get your letter in the mail, Diane? If you owned a car, hold on a second. I gotta go to the bathroom. Hold on, I'll be back. Let me see where my dang letter. I'll look for that another. All right, I'm back. Okay, so Diana Diaz. Yes, you supposed to have gotten a letter last week about that Hyundai because that was a recall of the engines, and you should have got a letter last week. So they told me when I went to the dealership, they said you're gonna get a letter in the mail. So if you see anything from Kia, don't throw that away. That's money, they said.
So you may want to call the Kia Consumer Affairs, but you got it in the mail because that Kia Sonata was on the recall list too. So if you owed, so it depends what you want to do. They're gonna give you the good book value. So I have to go get it at my parents' house. Oh, okay. It depends what you're gonna do. If you're still paying on the car, you're supposed to put in your VIN number, current address, and if you have a 2018, I think it was $1,200, 15. I gotta get my letter. I had it somewhere, but I'll talk about if you come on there tomorrow or whatever. I will put in the title about it and then give a total thing about it. So if one of the choices says if you don't feel safe in the car you have an option of trading in their car and they'll give you the good book value for the car if you buy another Kia or Hyundai. I'm not doing that. So that's not going to be my option. Not when it comes to that. So nope, not doing that. My car is paid off in full. So my thing is the engine is lifetime warranty for life, and it's also transferable if I transfer it to someone else at a private market. But if you trade it in the car, they're gonna I don't know. It just depends. Do you plan on keeping the car or are you gonna trade it in for something else? But Hyundai, they're gonna try to get you to buy another Hyundai and say, oh, we could put you in a 2020 or 2021, and they'll give you the good book value for that and trade it in. But I'm not trying to finance no car. I'm not trying to get no car note. Trust me. That's the best thing ever is not to have a car note and you able to save, not pay 500 something a month. That's why I always pay my cars off early. I always pay a $25 or $100 extra to pay that thing off quick. I never take no do no 7 years. It used to be 5 years financing for a car. Now it's 7 years. And I was like, See, they try to stretch out the loan, nope. I will not do that. And trust me, if it wasn't for me using that car in the gig jobs I was doing when I bought that Kia, brand new, 5 miles off the showroom, because I have the Kia XL Limited. And since that car was strictly used for business, because I had 2 cars, so I get to write off the whole value of the car through taxes. You have an option of doing that. Did you end up getting that laptop thing fixed with the? Oh, returning the Concentrix computer? Yeah. That damn people, they came to my house the next day talking about knocking on the door. I said, what the hell FedEx is there? And they was going to deliver the box that I told them to deliver back to the company. I told that fool, no, this is not the label. This is the original label for it to be delivered to me. That damn fool ended up delivering it, and it was coming back to me, and I didn't answer the door. So I went to FedEx, and then they told me, they end up giving me back the package. So then when I try to redeliver it, they said, oh, no, we don't deliver over here. You have to go to Briarcliff Road or some other place, ground FedEx. So I finally got it delivered back to the company. And next thing you know, I say, well, I got a direct deposit of $58 in my bank. I didn't know that they take $58 out of my check for the computer. So I guess when they got the computer back, they gave me back $58. So I was like, I would have never knew. I just won't be stuck. Wait a minute. What is it? I just don't want to be stuck for a car note and then my car value is less what I owe and then put what I owe on a new car and I feel like I am losing. But I need an oil change soon. You're welcome. But any car you owe, unfortunately, if you trade it in, put it this way, if you trade the car in for something else, they're going to simply put the balance onto that other car you have. And it may come out that you're upside down, but most of the time, see, I didn't go upside down. When I had, they was like, "Oh, you want to trade this in? We give you the brand new Genesis, and your car note will be actually the same." See, that's why I knew I wasn't upside down. Cause see, I don't put no money down on no car, never. I try to tell people that don't. I ain't got no down payment. You don't put no down. If put it this way, they try to sucker people who have challenging credit or don't really have knowledge, I guess. And they always trying to get people to put money down on a car. You don't put no money down on a car. That goes straight to the dealer's pocket. So you never put nothing down. And to be honest, if you get another car, all of it is hard to deal with. CarMax, I wouldn't deal with CarMax after I tried to interview with them 2 times to get a job, and they like, no, so don't come. I would, nope. I would never deal with CarMax. I think Carvana is better. If I was to buy a car, I would go through Carvana. I would never buy. I would never deal with CarMax. I had to speak with someone in corporate and human resources. I said, y'all the one called me about an interview. My resume was posted on one of those job boards and stuff, and they contacted me. We saw your resume online, and we were interested. You interested in employment with Carvana, CarMax, blah blah blah. And then he said, "Oh, just go online and apply." I applied and went through all that phone interview, and then they had another. They ain't heard nothing back. Then, see, you gotta. It depends. CarMax maybe used to be good at one time. I don't know, but now I wouldn't deal with them. Then, then they had an open house all the way up there in Norcross somewhere, and they needed to hire so many people at that new call center they built in Peachtree Corner. That's what it was, Peachtree Corners. And they always try to hire right around tax season. Hey, Shelly Shell. And then now they hiring people to work from home. And then they literally call people to trade in a car. But I went and spoke with the director of HR up there in Richmond, Virginia. That's where their corporate office was. And I told them, I said, and I asked them point blank, I said, what is your demographics of hiring? Because I said, I have extensive experience. Y'all came after me for about employment. And I straight up wanted to know what was the result of the interview. Because, I go there to an open house and they just have all these millennials that barely know how to dress for an interview. And I said, So I would never deal with car. I told them point blank. I said I will be a customer before I'm an employee first. I told them straight up. I wouldn't deal with y'all as a business. I told them straight up in their face on the phone. Don't call me about, oh, were you interested in buying a car? I said I have excellent. I don't have 850 credit score, but my credit score is high enough. I'm surprised you don't. Monica, you just came on yesterday. I used to do my tax series on the gig economy. That was my little gig for taxes.
my other YouTube channel is TPS Tax Services, and I was doing a lot of free advice on YouTube about taxes. I didn't make a whole lot of videos because after that it was starting to get um not redundant. People started to take a little bit of advantage. But I was talking about taxes. I used to work for the IRS for over 10 years, Monica. For over 10 and a half years, I worked at the Internal Revenue Service. And I'm trying to, and I did like my little website. I never published it because you have to get um, yeah, I did that a couple of years ago. I started doing tax series um, because there was so many people who was basically promoting the referrals for Uber, and they started jumping on board talking about taxes, and they had no kind of experience or background in taxes, and they started doing these videos, and after people were making false claims and incorrect information, I said, oh my God, and I had to jump in, and I spoke from experience working these gig jobs as well as it relates to taxes because that's what I did for a living for over 10 years. So I had a couple of customers that it wasn't a whole lot. It was a few people I do taxes for every year. And yeah, some people could well, I didn't have a lot of clients from here, but I did a whole lot of people who took advantage of the free tax advice that normally would cost them a whole lot of money. So um I always someone said I should brand my channel because see my channel doesn't that's I had Lady T and that says so I never really branded my channel exclusively talking about taxes. Oh, that's all right, Monica. I'm gonna start see with all the tax law changes and things like that and how they change the tax law. A lot of the deductions, you hear a lot of people says, "Oh, you can deduct the miles when you do ride sharing," and people just didn't understand. It's more to that. So I had my little tax series that I spoke of, and then after that, it kind of YouTube kind of changed the game because it was kind of um if you didn't have so many certain subscribers, if you don't have 1,000 subscribers and I guess the algorithm. But yeah, I speak on it in a mixture. But I was speaking on it, especially when I did Uber, Grubhub, and all the rest of them. But did you see Georgia Power is giving $17 credit on power bill for October? No, because I don't have Georgia. I don't have Georgia Power. I don't have Georgia Power. I have a co-op which is in Walton EMC, and I have Infinite Gas. So I have Walton EMC, which has excellent rates. Georgia Power is too expensive, in my opinion. So I feel sorry for those who got Georgia Power, but I'm very happy with Walton EMC. my gas bill, my gas bill only be about 30, 40, not even $40 a month. It's like $38. Now my electric bill last month was $130 because I had ran the air conditioner downstairs and I kept it going. And then, of course, downstairs heat rises, so and the air conditioning unit doesn't work. But I need to make sure I smell my food. I have the barbecue chicken legs in the oven. Make sure it don't burn. What time is it? 9:30. 30. Could they spare it? What's the reason for the windfall? Oh, what do you mean? You mean for Georgia Power, or are you talking about why is Georgia Power giving a $17 credit other than the fact that they probably overcharge people?
Because I know all the insurance companies were supposed to be giving a discount um, off your car insurance because most people were working from home or they were staying home. They were supposed to reduce people's rates for car insurance. My rate went down. Mm-mm. Yep. So let me tell you. Let me show y'all my little income I made. And Erica, where you at? You supposed to call me today, and I ain't get no phone call from you. I thought you was gonna be on here. I made $230.35 since Thursday when I didn't go to work, and today, and what was the other day that I also did it? Yeah, that's what I did today. But you know what? I went to one of these raggedy ass in stores that's owned by those Indian people. Ooh, they the most. I went to one store. I came in there and said, "Excuse me, I'm here to check the beverage displays for your store." I got the phone in my hand, and you got the business card. No, I don't have a business card. I'm an independent contractor, and I'm only here, to take these to do the pictures of the displays of the store. That's it. So he gonna following me around. Ain't nobody want no nasty ass stuff out of that store. Y'all know how I feel going to those little ghetto raggedy convenience stores. So I'm both there for about 15 minutes. I'm already finished doing what I had to do. No more take no pictures. Man, oh man, if you don't get out of my face, that's what I felt like telling him. And I was like, hey, people come to stuff, they give me business card. I don't have a business card. I just showed you the phone, what I'm supposed to be doing. You know, I was like, they act like, ooh. Other than that, ain't nobody gave me no trouble. Some of them I couldn't even tell a couple of them because the dang long people were in the dang store with these lottery tickets and scratch offs, and I was like, scratch off is not a retirement plan, people. And there were people in there, and then they got the little room in the side with the slot machine, and people be just sitting there, just and people had these tables scratching off. I was like, and half the time the line was so dang long on some of those scratch offs. Yep, so suspicious that they me. Oh, you mean Monica? They up to no good. Oh, you mean? So I'm like, people were just. I mean, every store I went to, people were just like in line just to buy these scratch off tickets and all this kind of stuff, and it was. And I wasn't about to sit in no line waiting to get to them just to tell them I was going to do the store for the pictures for the display. So I just went in there. If there was no line, I would tell them, and they didn't understand what I'm talking about, and I just go about my business. Took my little check the little beverage display, take the pictures, and move on. And that's it. This job you got to move on. You can't be holding up. People be holding you up about something. What you here for, do, and what you had to do, and I ain't got nothing to do with that. I get paid $8.50. So all that other questions you ask Coca Cola and Pepsi when they come and deliver the sodas. But but basically the reason why they probably taking those pictures is because when they come and do the audit, like inventory audit, they use those pictures to do planograms. So when you work for the inventory company and they have these pictures put up, that's how, when like Regis, if you ever heard of them, that's what these companies hire companies to do, to take pictures. They use those pictures to develop planograms. So when they come and do the inventory, they use that. That's what that's survey.com. Let me put the link in there, Hogan, because they have a whole bunch of jobs. I don't care. If people don't want to do them, I'll do them because I can make $85. Okay, I'm gonna put the link in the thing, Hogan. I told you about this before, and you ain't listening to me, Hogan. See, survey.com. That's the one I was telling y'all I was doing since last year, and I made about $4,000 something dollars. But this year I made a little bit over 4,000. I made a little bit over 3,000 this year. Last year I made 1,000. I didn't do that much last year because I was like, can you really do some money? But when I started really doing them, I really started racking it up. And don't people see people dismiss stuff like that. They only pay $8. They only pay $7. But you're not doing nothing. You're taking a couple pictures, answering a couple questions, and most of the time it's like you just choose an area. Like me, I live near Snellville. I say, okay, I'm gonna go up and down Highway 78, up and down. Literally, I'm just hitting those convenience stores because they all, the company hires survey, and they hire independent contractors to do stuff like that. So that's all they do. But yep, and it don't take that long. The only reason why I would say from 11:15 to about 3:30, maybe a little bit before, no, 3:15. That's how long it took me. And then, in between driving to each store, and then sometimes it holds me up a little bit because when you drive in some places and areas to download the project, sometimes the internet be slow. So I'll be trying to wait until it finished downloading, and then I'll go to the next store, and that's it. And it's all mapped up. So one day I'm going to do a live demonstration and talk about it. So not on StreamYard, but on probably a video. I'll download it, and then it's easier once I figure out how to show my screen. But look at that. They got special offers. All right, we're not doing that tonight because I'm not going to any $71.40. And they map out a route. Dang, they keep bugging about this Stone Mountain. I'll do that another day. I could do that tomorrow. No, I'm supposed to have somebody from the I'm getting a video security system installed tomorrow. They're installing the camera in front of not the Ring doorbell. I'm getting another company called Smart Vivint, and they're gonna install. I got it for free install, free doorbell installation, front and back security system for free. It was a Labor Day special because I'm changing homeowner insurance, and if I have security systems in my house, I get reduced rates in my house insurance. So, and the doorbell is not going to be the camera where they could see it. The camera is actually going to be in the doorbell. So when they ring the doorbell, the camera is going to activate. And from my phone, wherever I am, I can see who's in front of my house. So if anybody, they won't see no cameras. They can't rip it out. That's the difference between getting the Ring. But I'll talk about that tomorrow. But I'm supposed to get them. They're supposed to come tomorrow around 5 to install it. So depending on what time they finish, 5, 6. I might be able to do a couple of stores tomorrow, but I'll work tomorrow, from home from 8:30 to 5. But if they come in tomorrow at 5, depending how long it takes them to finish and install it and do whatever, if they finish in an hour or about 6:30, I may try to go and do a couple of stores, but maybe 2. If not, I'll have to wait and do it another day. But yeah, I'm not doing those stores late at night like that. Let me see if I can show y'all. Yeah, just click on the link. So this is, let me see if y'all can see that. Probably can't. Y'all can see that? Uh-oh. Ah, it's gonna be aggravating. I ain't gonna do. So since I've done this, I did 347 stores since February of last year till now. And I have $4,136.14. Last week I cashed out at $230, and that wasn't a whole lot of stores. I was only doing a couple of days. Then this week is 230.35 pending. So you can actually make about $1,000 a month by not even doing it every day. You really can. But if you wanted to do something like this, you could, in a combination of maybe another app that I do, which is Field Agent. But Field Agent, you don't really get a whole lot of things coming up there. But I do some other apps that's similar called Observer. They usually have a lot of stores, but this time they ain't had that many. No, they ain't got too much going on. Yep. See you later, Monica. All right. I think. Uh-oh. I'll be back. I smell my barbecue chicken. It don't take long to cook no barbecue chicken legs, especially if it's in a roaster. Not, like a little roasting pan. That's what I got it in, so it shouldn't take too long to cook. Let me go put me some green beans or some canned vegetable. I don't need to eat no rice. I'll cook rice tomorrow. I'll just eat a chicken leg and maybe one of the vegetables and some warmed up some canned vegetables. All right, I'll be back. Oh, I'm gonna get me some rest because I ain't staying up at night. I'm not staying up tonight. It's 9:43 too. I'll be back, y'all. Whoever leaves before I come back, y'all have a good night. I'll be back in a minute. Oh well. Barbecue chicken. I decided to open up a can of sweet corn. I'll save the green vegetable. I'll save the green beans tomorrow when I cook that with some brown rice. So I'm just eating one chicken leg, even though you know how when the things stick to the pan. So I'm just eating one chicken leg, even though it wasn't no. It was a small piece. Um, but pretty much that's pretty much about it. You know, the radio stations they were playing like throwback music, which with the one on local radio station they do it every Labor Day. They go back and play playback music, older songs, you know, older R&B songs, real music that I like to say. So they were doing a lot of mixing too. It was kind of jamming. I was like, so you know how they have like the regular DJs, I guess you could say, or radio people. They off today, so they always they play songs or the tracks longer. They're not doing a whole lot of talking. So it was pretty good. When you're in the car all day, you know, you just listening to continuous music. Not a whole lot of yapping. But they was jamming. Hmm. Y'all, it's been confirmed. Hey, Jeremy, the cats are gone. I thought that they might at least come back today. One of them, not one of them is in sight, nowhere to be found. I think somebody called animal control and picked those cats up and took them because they ain't never been missing this long. You know, especially socks and mittens. They'll be somewhere, you know, and they'll come right back home. But now, ain't none of them nowhere to be found. And it's been at least what day? What was it? Maybe two. It had maybe 2 days, 3 days, 2, 3 days. So if I don't see them tomorrow, if I don't see them this whole week past, and I don't see none of them, that means someone took them. Someone took them, or they had met their demise, because even my neighbor across the street, you know, before she had took one of them, and then they named him the Ramsey. Then Ramsey came up missing, you know, one day. They was asking me, did I see their cats? So I was like, mm-mm. Because they used to come over here in my house, roam around or whatever. And then right around December, and they can't, I don't know, they go out the country and stuff. And she had the chicken. Well, Well, only thing left is the bone. Well, that's just the, you know how the bone, the chicken stick to the pan, the roasting pan. So it wasn't, this ain't the big piece. So I'm just warming up some corn, and I'm just gonna get a little bit of corn and get me one more chicken leg because it wasn't that big of a piece. So if I don't see those cats anyway this week, if I don't see them, they gone. Someone snatched them up, they took them and or whatever. So I miss my cat. I bet you do. And thing about it, I had one bag of cat food remaining too. They just turn around and just gone. But I have a feeling my neighbor next door, one of them, or maybe maybe one of them or both of them, I think one of them called animal control and they just picked them up. That's what I have a feeling. Somebody made a phone call, got tired. He was 35 years old. That was an old cat. He was kind of. I'll be surprised if they come back. But for all of them to be gone, that's kind of unusual. At least the other two that I originally, Mittens and Socks, see see they grew up. Well, all of them grew up in this being with me. I mean, but I know they know how to come back home. They could go somewhere and come back now. I don't know. That's a strange thing. So, oh well. Anywho, what time is it? 10 o'clock? I ain't gonna stay here too long. So, I've been on here an hour and 8 minutes, and I only got so many hours of StreamYard because StreamYard only gives you 20 hours a month. So, they already notified me that I reached my limit, or I was close to the limit, put it that way. It don't reset until the 14th. So, if I come on, I may come on tomorrow night because I'm off tomorrow. I mean, I work at Wayfair during the day, but I don't have to work at Amazon until Wednesday. So, Shell, you're so silly. Did you go on that hot date at IHOP? He was praising you and like, oh, you're so beautiful. Are you working a lot at Amazon this week? Yeah, this is my long week. What you call long week? Oh, my Fitbit even tells me it's time to rest and recharge. Yeah, this is my long week. When I say long week, I work Wednesday through Saturday, 6 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. the next day. And then the following week, next week is my short week. That's when I work Thursday through Saturday. So every other week is 4 days because I get 4 hours of overtime. Then I work 3 days the following week, and it goes back and forth. So I'm trying to hang in there because I want to, because since I'm still in training with Wayfair, you had to go to training, you know, of course, there's always going to be some tests, and then you go nesting. So I'm not trying to hold out, like get rid of Amazon. I want to make sure everything goes smoothly with Wayfair because, when you're in training, you don't want to be, I don't want to be like, okay, I quit. I'm going to go to, I'm going to go with Wayfair. Nope, I want to make sure I finish training. It is. Wayfair is very good. I mean, the pay sucks initially, but when they they supposed to go over it this week about the pay, more. They tell us what the pay and stuff is, but they supposed to go over more and more as the week go by. So last week was the first week, and that's when you do a lot of paperwork stuff, HR things like benefits and setting up your computers and all that. That's the first week. And then the end of the week, which was Friday, that's when you really started getting a little bit into what we'll be doing as a job. So in actuality, the first 4 days was strictly administrative stuff. My normal hours will be, hold on a second, I wrote it down. They didn't have too many choices. I mean, put it this way, they had 4 different choices for me to choose from. I chose one. I thought it was Monday through Friday, but no, it wasn't Monday through Friday. I would never work Monday through Friday. They didn't have. I'll be working Saturday and Sunday from 8:30. No, 8 to 5:30. I'll be off Thursday, Fridays, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll be working from 11:30 to 8. So one of my days when I work at Wayfair and I get off at 8 o'clock, the day that I have to work at Amazon at 5:30, I'm gonna have to take some PTO time. And then Saturday, Sunday, because I get off at 5:30, I have to be at Amazon at 6. So I know I'm going to be late. If you're 10 minutes late, you got to either use PTO. So I'll have to use some of my little time to not get any occurrences from being late. But even having 0.5, 1 point, let me see, 1 point, 2.5. I will either have an occurrence of 2.5 points in terms of how the hours are in the days. But as long as I'm not really hustling and bustling like at Amazon, because like I said, I'm the SD, so it's just going to be a whole lot of standing up and walking around. But I'm not going to be doing any, grocery picking and all that stuff. So I'm not, and I don't sleep on the job, but it may be tiresome. But I have to see how that's going to work out. For one thing, so that will be my hours. I'll be working Saturday, Sunday, 8 to 5:30, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday will be 11 to 8. 11:30 to 8, something like that. Yep, that's what it'll be. So I'm not really there's really no particular time that I'll be working all around the clock per se. But like I said, Wednesday when I get off from work, I'll go to Amazon. Then I'll get off at 5:30. Then I'll get home about a little bit after 6. Then I'll probably be able to at least lay down. But I'll probably be so scared to lay down that I'll oversleep. So I'll probably try to. That's what's going to be the telling tale. Getting off that morning and then having to 2.5 hours. At least 2.5 hours of in between. Then be able to log back on and be at doing work. So I'll see how that goes. One thing about Wayfair is like part of it you're on the phone, part of it you're on the phone, the other part you're answering emails. So you're not like it's not like I'll be constantly talking on the phone. They said so. I didn't know that. I didn't know we was going to do answering emails and on the phone too. So I hope it'd be more answering emails than talking on the phone. When I asked them about chat, but until you get skilled up, they call it. Because I'm at level 1, so until you go to like level 2, 3, you get more money, of course. So It's interesting, put it that way. Maybe you could take a nap on your break at Amazon. Yeah, that's what I probably would have to be doing. Yeah, because you get a 20-minute break, so you get two 20-minute breaks, and you get a 30-minute lunch. So by the time I go to lunch, I'm really going to be eating lunch because it's going to be because I'll take my lunch depending on who relieves me. I could either take my lunch around midnight, somewhere between 11:30 midnight or so, give or take. So I'm not going to be going anywhere to say, oh, let me go get me something to eat because I will be bringing my dinner, lunch slash dinner, or dinner when I go to work. And yeah, I'm going to take my breaks. I could rest and take a nap in between. That's what I'll probably do. Just while I'm at work at Amazon, when I'm sitting on that little bucket, because there's a certain point where people don't come in. People don't come in until 3 in the morning. So when people start coming in, that's when I be, taking their temperatures. But there's a certain time frame at night where it's pretty much nothing's going on. But I don't really do anything anyway, so I'll be pretty much sitting down doing nothing. So that's the good thing. Now, if I was doing grocery picking, and stowing, what they call, yeah, your mama, look at you. And if I was doing actual work, it probably would have been real tiresome, especially if you had to go in the freezer. So as long as I keep doing what I'm doing now, because pretty much they always have to have a person that has to go up there to do the social distancing. So that's a good thing. And ain't nobody else going up there. So people are like, yeah, stand there all day. Yep, that's what you have to do. You got to stand up here all day. And some people don't want to do that because they're going to think that seems boring. I don't know if I can stand there all day like that. So that's okay. That's fine with me. Y'all want to go up there and do groceries and pick groceries and be in that freezer? Chill. See, they'll catch on after a while. They're gonna be like, damn, maybe I could try and do that. And they could avoid going into the freezer or avoid going to the chill. So once people realize and there's some people they be up there now. When I come to work, some people they're like, oh, I like staying up here. So they be trying to. I said, what time you go home? Oh, I leave at 8. Okay, I'll be back here at 8. Or they leave at 9 or something like that. But I remember I told y'all with Amazon, they got that flex schedule. They don't have a set schedule where they come in at Wednesday through whatever or Sunday through Thursday. They pick their hours. And some of those people be picking 4 hours. They're getting paid $20 an hour. So some people, if you real hip and smart to it, if you making $20 an hour, and that's you don't have, it's not like you have to do any particular thing as long as you come into work. See, some people, they could try to jump in and be the social distance person. But it's pretty much the manager, they have to do that. That was part of the change they had to do because they had all those issues, especially up in New York and some other places they was trying to strike. Hold on a second. My corn should be finished now because it's only a can of corn. So hold on. I don't want it to burn. I'll be back. Ow! right, I'm good. I'm back. Yo, mama, you're so silly. All right, look at this. Barbecue chicken legs and corn. And that's baked or roasted chicken. Well, baked chicken legs and sweet corn. Mm. So if I were y'all or anybody who's interested and looking for a job, you better go to Amazon. And if you see the choice that says about flex, that means you choose your own schedule and you work when you want to, as long as it's a minimum of 3 times a month. Meaning you have to work at least 3 times a month. And depending on what it is, fulfillment center, or if it says Amazon Fresh, if it says Amazon Fresh, that means you're picking groceries, and it's not that hard. The only hard thing about it is the extreme going in the freezer in the chill. But they got PPP, so they have adequate gear, and you can only be in there for so long. So that's all I have to say about that. But they seriously trying to convert people in permanent. They even have those available. Like some people, if they want to be more permanent, you can. And with that, you get benefits. So I do qualify to get benefits, but I'm gonna get benefits through Wayfair because I really don't understand how benefits with Amazon works. It's the same Blue Cross Blue Shield, dental. They said you didn't have to pay for like basic health care. I mean basic health care or something like that. But I think you have to wait like 90 days or be there 90 days before you could get it. I don't know. It's confusing. I already chose Wayfair as my for health insurance and dental. But I will do the 401k with both Amazon and I'm gonna do with Wayfair. So I'm gonna do 401k for both companies. Both of them have Fidelity. So I'm gonna take advantage of that. Now, I don't believe Amazon matches 5% compared to most companies, but they match. But it's kind of funny how they said they match because it's kind of they match, but the way that they explain things, they really don't have no one to explain it. Everything is in a bot, and you have to basically wait till you get some information from them. But I'll probably do both of them. So, really, to be honest, the only reason why I probably work a job or work a regular W-2 is because of health insurance. you know, it's because I have health insurance now. Not a lot of people says, "Oh, you can go to the exchange or Obamacare or Trump care or whatever you want to call it." But whether it be Obamacare, whether they call it Trump care, whatever they want to call it, you got to pay a lot of money out of pocket before anything gets kicked in with most of these insurance these days. the day of paying $10 copay and $15 out of network copay, and you paying like when I worked at Verizon and a lot of companies in the past, they used to give you like almost like the companies used to pick up the majority of the health insurance costs. Even at the federal government, you would pay like 15% or even less, depending on your status, whether you're single or got children. Those benefit dollars used to be really good back, I would say 10 years ago. Now, companies ain't trying to pay for hardly nothing, even if they give you benefits. It's not as lucrative like they used to. That's why they said if I take a health screening assessment, see, I took a health screening assessment at Concentrix, and they would give you $50 added on to cover some of your health expense. And I think I got me some because I have a Visa with some benefit dollars on there that you could actually cash out or you could use to cover other expenses. So I know they said they sent me a statement online, so I got to review that. And because I went to a new company, I get to get the thing start all over again. Like, if I do a health screening, Wayfair will pay up to, I think they said $150 or something. I think it was 175, 150, 175. Because so many people in this country and even worldwide, they so unhealthy. But in terms of the United States, health costs and healthcare is so expensive. That's why they be asking people, do you smoke? And they'll do a penalty. They'll charge you a penalty on it. And sometimes they'll when they do a health screening, some of them even ask people to do they'll ask you, have you ever smoked tobacco? Da 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 da. Sometimes they'll even administer a test to make sure to make sure. I'm so glad I do not have that bad spirit of smoking anything. Health insurance. Some companies don't even, they'll hire you. They're not going to say they're not going to hire you because you're a smoker. But some even, like I said, they'll even penalize people. And you can't lie and say, no, I don't smoke. They got things now. You can just do a saliva test. And they'll know. Well, but most of the but like I said, doing these gigs, just like Shelly Shell, I think my but this would be the 4th year. But after 3.5 years or so, because this would be the 4th year. So, I mean, I could count merchandiser as one of the gig jobs, but in terms of doing food delivery, like with Uber Eats and Grubhub and DoorDash, it's just not the same. It's just not the same anymore. Even the pay. I've seen a lot of people videos, and if you ever see Terry Tips, how he would be like, I'm out here, you out here, the money's out here. You don't see him yelling that too much lately. I haven't seen him do that for a minute. Now he may have said it, but that used to be his little tag. Yes, it has changed a lot, and I don't miss it, but I do. But I don't. Not people who love doing it and have to do it. Who is group research? What is what? What is that? I don't know what you're talking about. I think the people you see doing it, I don't it's not as many people like it used to be. Because pretty much Shelly Shell, we had the same circle of people, and the ones who would always be on YouTube and stuff, most of the people who were doing it was doing it really more so for promoting the referral at first. A lot of people, their intentions was doing referrals, and they were doing it hard. And once those referral things dried up and they weren't doing it, giving out that referral money no more, you didn't really hear too much. I didn't hear too much of people doing it, talking about it. And I just think people just kind of migrated to something else. And there's no way anybody's still doing it full time and that's the only job. They can't. They have to be doing other things other than that. Even if you're in Atlanta, if you make, some people say, "Oh, I make 1,200, 14 a week." Um, oh, I gotta see. You have to. That's not. I can't see it being consistent. Who the hell is this? That block. I don't. Man, who's my moderators? I ain't got no moderators on tonight. Let me block you because I don't know who you talking about. Thank you, your mama. I'm gonna have to make some people moderators because people are getting on here talking crazy. I don't know who group research was, but you're blocked. So I don't know. It's like you can have a good week, but I think Uber Eats and Grubhub, um, you know what I realized, Shelly Shaw, I had a kitten in the car last week or whatever week that was. My eyes were burning. It was running. I'm I can't have cats. I think I'm allergic to them. That's why I don't have them in the house. I mean, they could chill outside in the front yard, in the backyard, or whatever, but I can't have them in the house. But if I'm sneezing because those cats coming back home with all these windows open, we'll see tomorrow. We'll see this week. We will see. I'll be shocked if any one of them come back. I will be shocked. If I don't see them this week at all, then they at somebody else's house, or I don't know. We'll see. But what time is it? 10:30. Well, time me to go to bed. Even though I'm not really gonna go to bed, because now I can't lay down after eating this corn and chicken. And I'm not really tired. As long as I get to go to bed at a certain time. What do you say, oh my God, too? As long as I lay down and and close my eyes and lay down, I'll be fine. But I don't know. So ain't nothing other than that. That's really about it. So y'all give me the thumbs up. If you're new, please subscribe, comment. Don't share the video, but just comment, put thumbs up. And I guess I'll talk to y'all tomorrow night. I'm gonna get me that camera security system installed tomorrow. It's for free. Oh, that's what I meant to tell. I don't know if it's too late, but if y'all in the market of getting a home security system, don't get the doorbell ring, not that one, but Vivit, VIVIT. They had a Labor Day special. You get free camera system, free installation. Yeah, I don't know. Now I don't even know. They said if we do get it, it's supposed to be sometime in October. But I ain't holding my breath with that. If we get it, we get it. But Congress is supposed to have came back. So the only thing that was holding it up per se was that $600 per week. That was holding it up. And they decided, or it was supposed to be the so-called Trump executive order. It's going to be $400 a week, but the $100 of that, because the state was subsidizing part of that $600 as well. So if the state was able to add on to the $100, because it's only going to be $300 really, and then the state puts $100. But there's a whole lot of changes in that second go around. All right, Shelly, I'm gonna say this one last statement, and I'm gonna go for your mama. I want to ask about the stimulus. If the state gives it's okay to give the $100 of that $400, then you would get the $400. But it's not the same like it was when the CARE Act. This one is you had to have lost your job because of the shutdown of the COVID, and you have to have looked for a job, at least 3 jobs a week, and come back, Shelly. Shelly, your mama said to come back. It was a lot of things. I didn't pay too much attention to it about that because, one, I'm not unemployed. I ain't getting it, so that doesn't really. I don't really study too much about that anyway, because it's not. A lot of people ain't gonna get it like they used to. You know, they say, "Oh, I'm unemployed." Da da da. No, it's. So, in the state of Georgia, I'm quite sure when you try to apply for that and get that extra $400 a week, And all those jobs that's being Department of Labor, like all these fast food places and all these places that's hiring for customer service and whatever they hiring for, warehouse and everything else, they're gonna be like, they're gonna expect you to find a job. You can't come up and say, I ain't find nothing. They'll be right there. Say, oh, Amazon hiring a warehouse. This company warehouse is hiring. This company is hiring warehouse work. This fast food place, McDonald's, Burger King, whomever, just mention it. They hiring. So a lot of people can't be trying to be sitting back thinking they're just gonna get that free, $600 a week and $400 a week and regular unemployment. They ain't playing that. I said because the reason why I got stuck up in here was because I was cooking my dinner. But now that I finished eating dinner, now I'm going. All right. And then somebody asked me a question. So that's what held me up. All right. Now I'm about to go. 6 of y'all in the room. I don't know who else is on here watching, but I got to go. So Jody, Shelly Shell, Yo Mama, Dorian, Hogan, Jeremy, Monica, Diana Diaz, Romeo, Ray's Realm. Y'all have a good night. Talk to y'all tomorrow night. Maybe have me some new topics to talk about. I'll think about it. Your mama gotta go. Hey Vicky, why you just jump on at the last minute? I'm about to go. You ain't say nothing this whole time. Anything you want to ask Vicky before I go? I'll give you 2 minutes, and then after that, I'm got to go. Just leave a thumbs up on the exit at the door. Nope. Nothing? Okay, Shelly Shell. I'm trying to give some people a chance to say something, so it seems like some people jumped on, but I don't know who came on. All right, ain't nobody on here. Okay, talk to y'all later. Have a good night.